Hi, my name is Kelise Williams. I am a current sophomore international studies major, religious studies minor, and I am very clearly not a fashion design major like I told myself I was going to be when I was 8 years old, and very ambitious to be thinking about college. So from a very young age, like most people who are into fashion, you're into fashion and for various reasons. And for me, it's because of my relationship with dance. And I was just in love with it. I even loved the sequins that would rub against the inside of my armpit every time I had to move my arms, which is a lot because you're dancing. But I loved it. I really loved it until I couldn't anymore because dance is not all that inclusive. It's not all that diverse, especially on the professional stage. There are not a lot of professional dancers, especially who do ballet, that look like me. And so because my relationship with dance became so damaged, so did my relationship with fashion. And for the longest time, I wasn't really thinking about fashion in any way. And that wasn't until around my junior year in high school when I joined an artist collective that I really found myself falling back in love with fashion and everything it had to offer. And that was because I was allowed to get back in touch with fashion from the sense of, how does this feel? Does this, like, it needs to be rough. It needs to be soft. It needs to be coarse. It needs to tickle, but I don't know how it needs to tickle. And I really enjoyed getting to play with that again. And it made me fall back in love with fashion from a way I hadn't previously, and I just couldn't previously do. Because it became so inclined intrinsic of, oh, you gotta do this with your hands. That's how I approached everything else. It became a very hands-on experience to the point where I act in roles of like protest organizing, and I work where I combine different groups of girls at my school so we can get stuff done. And that's how I make my change. So it's where I'm not just being inclusive in the language I use for writing or in the dance moves I use to choreograph, but beyond that, I think learning who I am by learning what I don't like and the things that I have done has been so important. And I honestly really do look forward to learning who I am as both a change agent and as both a creator in any sense, because you do have to create change. So I think this next phase is a journey I'm really excited to go on. Even if no one walks with me, I am still excited.